Hello, Libra. Why is it so dark in here? Why? There's 3 lights on and candles. I don't know. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone doesn't want you to know this type tarot card reading. We're gonna expose what they don't want you to know. You know, what area are they focusing on when they say, I don't want them to know that. Gonna let you know, but first we're gonna let you know who we're talking about, what energy this person carries. May there be their sun, moon, rising, a combination, or they could just be giving off those vibes, those zodiac vibes. So here we go. Your first card is Gemini. Gemini didn't want you to know this, but they're gonna have a hard time keeping it a secret because you cannot stop a Gemini from talking. I know there's quiet ones, so I know. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. They got you on that intellectual level. That's what makes me feel like there's games. Then we've got Scorpio energy in the mix, and the energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Well, the girls are talking. I've seen Gemini and Scorpio energy kind of like tag team some type of drama. I'm not saying they're all drama. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when they get together, they enable some dark-sided fun. And your final card is Taurus. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Taurus, yeah. They're about their money. So, you know, what could we be talking about? What is going on? Well, Gemini is about that hustle as much as that Taurus is, but Taurus is hardworking and they like to, you know, work with their hands. They're very hands-on people. And Scorpio, they're very deep. They take things very much personally, sure, but they're very profound and broad in the way that they think. They don't just go, oh, I didn't mean it. They give things a lot of thought. And so they do think that other people give things a lot of thought as well. Gemini's here for a good time, not a long time. You know, Geminis have depth as well, but they have the depth of wanting to be free and have fun and, you know, no one's standing in their way. So they got a good spirit. So that's about as positive as I'm about to be, because they secretly don't want you to know something. And we're about to look at the tarot and see, try to uncover what they don't want you to know. Alright, if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description. There is a link to my website if you want your own personal reading. And here we go. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, Lord. Yup. That's exactly what okay. So I had a similar reading recently, and I don't even know how we managed to do this. You know, not all 3 of these cards, but I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. This person sees you as an option. They have a lot of choices in front of them. They have a lot of, hey, I'm growing something, but I don't know if I want to keep growing this with you, or, you know, they're not completely sold or not completely sure. So for some of you, you're dating someone or you're worried about someone that you're with and you're wondering, what the heck? You're feeling a little off. And like, no, I'm not off. No off. They're thinking about things, and that doesn't necessarily mean that, hey, I'm walking away, but it's 7 of Pentacles. It's, hey, I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking of how I want things to be. I don't want you to know that. I don't want you to know I'm contemplating and considering. What? So then we have the 3 of Wands, and this is somebody after the whole, well, there's potential in the future. They're taking a step forward into the 3 of Wands. Why do they do this with the 3 of Wands? Where's the 3rd wand? Oh, there it is. But yeah. The 3 of Wands, this person is emerging and taking the lead to do something. So they're going to be proactive in how they carry out whatever it is, because whatever it is they conclude after doing all this thinking. Now we're thinking on the Pentacles front. So they're thinking their health, their wealth, and their possessions. So then we move over here to the 9 of Pentacles, okay? You being used to being independent. And this is like somebody who's emerging back into independence. So it makes me feel like this person is trying to see what the grass is. The grass greener? Is the grass greener on the other side? Should I do my own thing? Should I have some sort of like, they want some more independence. You know, they want to do their own thing. They don't want their reputation as somebody who's very strong and independent to suffer because they have to deal with A, drama, B, they're committed to someone. They shouldn't have to feel like they are doing less. This person on some level feels like there's a lot going on, there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of options, but they feel like they want to rise above it and actually take an action to make things different. So whether or not they're like, oh, well, I don't want to feel this way, so let's talk it out. Maybe they're attempting to talk it out with you, and then you're not getting the subtext of why they're talking to you. So, or you know, they could be working it out by saying, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save money and then move out, and then be like, hey, listen, I gotta move. I can't. We gotta break up. Like, execute some sort of plan. So they don't want you to know about this. So beware. Some of your peoples are testing you and trying to see, not testing you as in if you slip up, I'm out. They're just trying to see how you fit into their story, because right now the road that they're going on, although it's growing, they're not completely sold on it. So let's have a look. What else they don't want you to know about this? Like, what do you mean? What else? What else should we point out to our dear friends? Six of Swords. This person, it feels like this person wants to move on, or they're having a hard time moving on. Like, this is when somebody gives you half of their heart just so they have somewhere to sleep. They're like nice to you, but they're not that nice. So you're trying to fix it and can't like pander to them. And they're full well knowing that they're lying to you. They're wearing a false mask in the relationship. They have the Seven of Swords energy there. They're doing what they need to survive and get by for themselves. You know? But at the same time, even if that's not the case, they're just telling you whatever because they're trying to move on, because they've wanted to move on. They've been moved on. They've, you know? The Seven of Swords, there's a little bit of like deception and wearing a false mask. Maybe they don't feel themselves in the relationship, or maybe they're just, hey, I'm lying. I'm lying to get what I want. Alright, and then we have the Strength card here, and this is about endurance. This is about, hey, if you're going through this situation with this person where you don't feel quite comfortable, you don't feel like you're thriving, you don't feel like you're winning, you don't feel like, you know, and it's been a long, long journey, which the Strength often speaks to, is like, you'll have to have endurance. You'll have to make a decision whether or not you just want to keep going with the unknown and the whatever and the I'm not sure and the I don't know about you type vibe, or are you gonna have to keep going with the, or like, you know, it's just like, it just feels like things are prolonged, that it's like a longer journey than you're anticipating because you never get a definitive answer of what's going on. But what's going on is this person has doubts, and this person has, you know, some type of manipulative tactic to gain, you know, they could even just be possessive of you. They're not sure about you, but they don't want you to leave them, or they don't want you to lose control over you. We do have that Gemini, Scorpio, and Taurus energy that would perpetuate that type of energy. We do have Leo energy here too, and that's very prideful energy. That's very emotionally intelligent energy. So you can sense it, and you can tell if you're ignoring the signs, the red flags, that this person is trying to move on, or slowly moving on, or like they're giving the signs and symptoms of somebody who's about to dip, or at least somebody who's not trying to increase the potential revenue of this relationship. Alright, this person is dissatisfied, they're unhappy, they're ungrateful for starters. Ungrateful, okay? Ungrateful, okay? Let's get that, because that's not about you, that's about them. You, even after all this coin that I've given you, or the support I've given you, you still want to journey on out on your own. You wish it wasn't like this, you know. But that doesn't. Hey, you can give them all the money in the world. That doesn't make somebody love you. That would make me love you. You give me $50, I love you. But some people are like, I'm good at manipulating, and they just see it that way, you know. Especially with intentions are like, I got money on my mind. I'm a Taurus. I got money on my mind. I'm a Gemini. And I don't have to hustle for money, but I do because I take care of everyone. Scorpio. And Taurus is a bit like that too. So we have a lot of like practicality in like assessing relationships. So this person might be a little cold, a little calculated, especially in hindsight. I feel like this person is very, and I feel like for you, this will be like, when I stop, drop, and roll and think about this, I actually am not happy either. I feel like I'm on a journey trying to get to a place of happiness with you anyway. I'm always trying to get you to listen, get you to care. I'm always like, hey, what do you want? Do you want this, or that? And they're like, oh, just pick anyone, because they can't deal with answering. You got no patience, no type of patience. I feel like everything works out for the better on your side, justice. It feels like, things work out as they should be. I'm not saying you're starting to jump for joy because a victory happens where there's like karmic repercussion. But at the same time, there's justice, there's fairness in a decision that has happened. Maybe this person will have maybe they'll get exposed. Maybe they will turn a new leaf and say, you know what, I can't do this to you. You're a really nice person. I can't. Like, let's hope, right? And let's hope that if they do turn out to be a big time hustler, you get your money back, or you get your whatever back that they took. But everything balances out. So it's neither here nor there. We have Libra and Leo on the floor. Those energies are they're positive. They're positive. I'm an optimist type energy. So that's also good. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yup, see, I told you, they just want to hold on to whatever support you give them, whether that's financial or like, physical. They want to hold on to it. But there's a matter of feelings involved, and they're trying to ignore that. They're trying to be like, no, you're a boss. You can do this. They're trying to look at it in any way that makes them less of a villain. No, you're a queen. You're aware of the decisions you make. You are legally able to make, like, I respect your opinion. You have a great gift of discernment and whatnot. So, and that's why you get into this stuff, because they know that you can take care of yourself, that you may take care of others, and then they see the energy and they suck you dry, and then they're like, okay, well, as long as you're interested in me taking care of myself, I'm interested in that too. I'm out, and for that reason, I'm out. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know, but now you know. Now you know that if you're helping somebody and currently dating someone, seeing someone, it's a little hazy what the label is, but if it's happening and you're kind of giving too much, I would pull it back. I would pull it back and see if they stay. If you were to be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let you borrow my car. I've known you for 3 weeks. And they're like, oh, well, fine, forget you. Then it's like, okay, bye. Bye. Whereas, well, maybe I should, because, I really see potential here, and like, we're gonna be together for a long time, so I might as well. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Not with Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, heck, even another Libra or a Leo. We ain't doing it. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta put some ointment on my bottom. I know you guys don't want to hear about that. That's a little too TMI, but like, I got bit by a bug. I got bit by some type of mosquito-based bug on my bottom. And that's just rude, because not only are you swapping poison for blood so that you can eat and I can be itchy, but you're gonna assault me in that. I shouldn't even said that word. I'm gonna demonetize. Great. You keep the gift that keeps giving. Some of you might laugh, but I actually got attacked. I got attacked in a very deep and profound way by this bug. I hope it's not alive. I really hope I rolled over as it bit me while I slept. And yeah, that's your reading. There it is. Okay? If you guys liked it, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I had to bare my soul. I'm sorry. I had to bare my soul at the end of the reading. I had to. If you guys liked it, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video. And if you'd like a personal reading of your own, please check out the description. There's a link. There is a link, okay? And oh, I should add this into the spiel. Follow all my other... You know what? You guys... There's a huge drop-off mark at the end, so... Yeah, why not? Let's go nuts. YOLO. Follow all my social medias, even though half the time I don't post. And yeah, love it. Love life. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.